I continue to expect Jab to play a little bit outside of his comfort zone, so maybe a little bit easier for Kranich than it normally would be. We're going to find out if he can take game number 2 or if Jab's going to tie things up.
I got to believe at some point in time he's going to go back to Druid and Hunter. I mean, but you never know. You might play Grim Patron again. Oh, there we go.
Well, I think this is exactly what his plan was to play a weird Shaman deck and then play an even weirder Shaman deck.
And I meant to mention this earlier. It kind of just slipped in my mind. I fully expected Kranich to queue this deck up against Jab today. If you watched Jab's match yesterday against Caldy, he got embarrassed by this deck.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really excellent point you make. Caldy, I spoke with Caldy about that match, and he wanted to know, maybe it's a little bit personal thing. He was like, why did you pick Jab over me to win this match? And I was like, well, I wasn't sure how much time you'd actually spent preparing for it. And he's like, yeah, but I just know exactly what Jab's going to do. I know how the matchups work. And I was like, yeah, touche,
yeah, when he
touche, Caldy.
When he makes that point, you're like, yeah, why didn't I pick Caldy?
You know what? I don't know.
I have no good answer for you, sir.
Yeah, it was... Caldy, I have to say, put on a clinic in that match.
And this is a nightmare here for Jab. Shielded Minibot versus the Mecha Mage deck. It's a pretty good one.
Well, he does have one out here. I'm thinking Earthshock, not it.
That's not it, and this is going to be a problem because
he could roll 36 taunt totems in a row.
Yeah, I mean, if he rolls a taunt totem here, I wouldn't be surprised because you seem to always get it when you need it. And I'm convinced that when I play against Shaman players, there's a drop down, like a drag down menu somewhere, and I just don't know where it is.
The Shaman Hero Power says choose one.
Yeah, it's somewhere on the screen, interactive with the map, and I just don't know where it is because it never works for me.
So Kranich able to start taking control of this board, but this is actually a spot where I feel like Jab has got a minor advantage.
Yeah, this Power Mace might be able to get him back in this game over the next turn or two. He's got a Cogmaster and a Whirling Zap-O-Matic. He's got a Crackle, and then he's got a Doomhammer behind this. So as long as Kranich, which you're going to see, this is this turn he's going to muster for battle, but there's some repair here from Jab. He can get this board back.
Yeah, it definitely can be taken back, but it's a struggle. I'm looking at Kranich's hand, and I'm seeing Iron Beak Owl, seeing Piloted Shredder. Jab obviously doesn't know that these cards are here, so I think that he's not necessarily expecting it. I think he feels like his position's pretty good.
Yeah.
But because of all of this, like how does he actually fight through this position? He's gonna have to rely on Doomhammer.
Yeah, well, actually this Annoyatron draw was pretty good because if he wants to, he can make a gigantic Annoyatron here. Now, we'll be getting eaten up by the Owl, but to me, playing the Whirling Zap-O-Matic and then using the Power Mace's Death Rattle ability, how much does this really accomplish?
I think this accomplishes a lot. If this thing goes unchecked, you win.
Well, I mean, it's not going to go unchecked. It's checked on the board here.
That's what the Annoyatron's for, though, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would probably use the Annoyatron here, and I think it's the play Jab has to make here. But the Iron Beak, yeah, I like attacking a minion and playing Annoyatron here. But the Iron Beak Owl is going to make short work of this.
Yeah, I guess really the big problem I see here is that Consecrate very easily takes care of this. He just has to hope that Kranich doesn't have it. You can't play around everything.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
that's a Harrison Jones. We might get to see this on the Doomhammer.
We talked about maybe relying on that Doomhammer to get some stuff done. Wow, that's...
Well, it will burn cards from Kranich's deck.
Oh no. Oh, poor Kranich. He's going to have too many cards in his hand. He's going to take away all of Jab's reach and draw too many cards and get a 5/4. What a terrible spot to be in.
Yeah, so Jab is just going to be left over with a generic 3/2 minion here.
Generic 3/2 still attacks for 3 though. Yeah,
you gotta believe Doomhammer's happening here.
Well, it starts cleaning up the board so well. Like, it protects your minions. You can keep getting damage out of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, you can start clearing out, the 2/1, the Owl, and one of the 1/1s.
Gotta be worried about Quartermaster at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Kranich just has so many great plays next turn. He's got 2 Quartermasters and a Harrison Jones. This Harrison Jones will draw him 6 cards.
Oh God. This happened to me, by the way.
I bet you it feels really good.
Well,
right?
It happened to me at Fight Night too. Like Darquanix, I played the game in sort of a weird way, and at the end I was like, I guess I just have to hope he doesn't have Harrison Jones. I just slam it down, and he's like, "My thanks," and I was like, "Oh gosh, this is the actual worst feeling in the world."
Yeah.
I just lost all my damage, and he drew 6 cards.
Is there a world where Harrison Jones isn't correct?
I
can't find one, but I'm trying to think of a situation.
If Kranich does not play the Harrison Jones here, something happened in the space-time continuum. Like Marty went back.
I was gonna say Marty McFly
he went back in time and he stopped Kranich from playing Harrison Jones. That's what would have happened.
Jab can't watch. Jab just cannot watch.
It's brutal. I mean, this is scoop him up kind of bad. Oh my gosh, he burned a card though.
He's gonna burn another one as well.
Anything but that. Does take 3 here, though. Doesn't have a way to actually stop the Whirling Zap-O-Matic. It's kind of like it wasn't silenced.
I was gonna say, I guess that's a bright spot for Jab here.
2 crackles. That's 12. No, he's not close. I'm just gonna stop.
Start doing some math.
Yeah. I apologize for making you think about that.
For what? Doing math?
Just anyone making them think about that. Be like, well, second crackle, maybe he could. No, it's not happening. Kranich has ended the game on turn 5.
Yeah, I mean, he has an anti-Keel bot in his hand. He has a Tyrion. I mean, this is going to be the biggest uphill battle for Jab possible. Jab continues to, I mean, these crackles continue to be on point. They've been for critical every time.
Yeah, maybe you should
Oh,
just...
both consecrations are gone.
Okay, maybe now something crazy could happen.
Okay, maybe.
I'm just a conspiracy theorist, I feel like.
I mean, I think the way that Jab wins this game is Kranich disconnects again.
Don't put that juju on anyone.
Yeah. Definitely don't want to bring that up again with Kranich here, but, I mean...
What does a man do when everything's available? Well, he plays Knife Juggler and he plays Buster for battle.
Would have liked to, I mean, he doesn't know where he needs to attack yet, so that's why he's not attacking with his weapon. Plus, he has a True Silver Champion in his hand, so not a misplay here.
Well, this also hedges against Harrison Jones a little bit.
Right.
You want less charges on the weapon. Are you really going to use all 4 charges of a Light's Justice?
Yeah, and so Jab is down to 2 cards here, drawing his 3rd. He's so far behind on board. He's behind on resources, and he's immensely behind on cards.
Yeah, that's good. Jab's going to scoop this one up.
Yeah.
I totally, you know, normally I've been hammering people for this one, but I'll tell you what, when your hammer gets hammered, you're the one getting hammered. So just don't hammer out the rest of this match. Go ahead and let's move on to game number 2. This one's done.
I really wish I had a hammer that I could just like pull out for that little gag you got going there.